it's Kyan from Enemy, and we're at Mad Cool Festival today with Megane Mercury.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
I'm fine. I just played and
Ew.
I'm cool already.
Yeah. How was your performance?
It was like surprising, let's say, because it's my first festival actually, ever. Yeah, and it was also the first time that I played with the whole band in a live. And so it was like interesting. I think the people liked it, so that's fine for me. Like to keep doing it, let's say. And yeah, that's it mainly.
But it doesn't really matter if people like it, as long as you're getting that experience. You know what you want to do on the stage, what type of performer you are. It's like all about feeling around, seeing what type of performer you are.
Yeah, the feeling it was pretty good, and actually I was talking to the rest of the people in the band, and we were like, okay, we had fun. We felt like we were doing it right, so everything is set.
So what are you excited about for like the rest of your festival time? You got your performance out the way already. You have the whole weekend to have fun.
Yeah. And now we have the whole weekend to have fun, and as I was saying, it just felt like so right to play in a big festival like this for the first time because we played in this festival because there was a contest called Mad Cool Talent, and we were one of the winners.
Yeah.
And so that's why we played in the festival and all that stuff. So it was like a pleasure, like to feel like recognized
Yeah.
as an artist, playing in this big festival, like and the first festival for the first time with the
Yeah.
band and all the stuff. So let's say like many emotions, but I think that I'm good by now.
And being like, queer, and it's Pride weekend, and you get to perform to everybody at Mad Cool whilst it's Pride weekend, whilst being a queer person, that must feel so empowering as well.
Yeah, like on one side it was like, okay, it's so cool that we are like in this week, because in Madrid Pride is not like a day, it's more like a week or weeks. Let's say, since Madrid's Pride is biggest in Europe actually, and so there is a lot of things happening going on that I would like to go though, but I'm here, and so I have like mixed feelings between being in the street, like I don't know, watching Valentina or
Wow, yeah.
or Villano Antillano that is coming also to town. But being here also like is a pleasure, and I want to
Yeah.
see a lot of artists. So I feel like my heart is like divided between the pride and here, but at the same time it's pride here. So
Yeah.
it's like, well,
Yeah, because like you want to do your job, but you also want to, have pride, but also the representation is so important.
yeah, it's so important, especially here in Spain, that where not only for being queer but for being black, like there is not many black figures like coming from Spain that actually are making it in music, and I'm not making it too, so I don't count. So,
No, but you will soon touch wood.
but I'm trying. Though.
Yes, exactly. It's all about
and
all about trying.
Yeah, totally. And so it's like, well, let's try how to not to fit, but how to be in this industry as a black queer person in Spain, since Spain has like a very special environment in which, as I said, there is no many black people, like not in acting or music or arts, especially behind cameras and all the stuff. There is no many black people out there, and it's pretty difficult to put your shit together, do it, fight for your things, etc., etc.
Yeah. And of course, me coming from Britain, I don't know much about Madrid's underground scene. Could you tell me a little bit about it?
Well, I would say that Madrid's underground scene is like there is no money for nothing.
There's no money in anything.
There is no money in anything.
Unless you're Rihanna, there's no money in anything.
It's true though. It's true though. It's true though. Rihanna, if you want me for the Fenty show, I'm here though.
Me too. Me
Yeah.
too.
But yeah, like it's so. Let's say that here in Madrid, especially like in the underground scene, there is a lot of queer people, and we are in a moment in Spain in which all the queer thing is like rising up, but there is no many figures that are like up enough. So there
Yeah.
is like something in the middle.
Yeah.
So it's like either you are so famous or either you are poor as fuck. Like literally, it's like that. And so it's difficult. It's difficult, but I tried like to make projects to make community. I work a lot in my other projects, like in photography and stuff. I work a lot with the concept of community,
Yeah.
and I want people to know each other, and then working with each other from, let's say, this experience that I create, then they have the contact and they work each other like later.
Yeah.
So I like a lot like to make all those connections, so we keep like, let's say, creating something.
Yeah.
Let's say.
I guess you have to do that if you're going to be a photographer, a fashion babe, a music babe, like just so many different titles. You
Yes.
have to build like that type of community.
Yeah, and actually, like what I'm doing now is like I'm preparing my first album, and it's like, well, all these things that I do, I'm just gonna put it on a one album,
Yeah.
and let's see how it goes, right? And so yeah, I try to make projects not as big as possible, but as meaningful as possible.
Yeah.
With the resources that I have, that are not much, but sometimes are enough.
Yeah. How would you describe like the sound you're making for your album just now? Like, of course, it's not finished, but
Well, probably no one in Spain is going to see this interview, so I'm just gonna confess a little bit.
Oh.
I'm making like an album about being black in Spain, because I realized that all the content around blackness, first of all, there is no content around blackness in music, and especially music that is not the music that is associated with being black, like trap, rap, etc., etc. There is no content about that in Spanish. And so one day I just made a song, and I said, well, maybe I can put out an EP about this or whatever. And then it started to grow, and it's gonna be an album.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm trying to make that, and I don't know how it's going to be with the public in Spain, because
Yeah.
it's like racism is not a topic that is on the
Yeah.
board here. And actually, like last year, there was an assembly. I think it was with ONU, ONU, and they were asking Spain like to reinforce their measures to fight racism, and they refused, basically. So it's like being in a country where racism doesn't exist
Yeah.
and it's not being talked. It's more like, well, firstly, we have to say we are here. There is racism here and a lot, and then we have to try to go farther. And I'm not like, let's say, a regular activist.
Yeah.
It's more like I'm just doing things with my work, and sometimes it's related to, other times not.
Yeah.
So it's like difficult like to explain sometimes what I do in terms of helping my community, let's say.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm making an album about that, because I think that black people like me that grew up did not having any reference that is in Spain, and everything was in the US, maybe something from the UK. But that was what we were seeing in television, and maybe there was like one black people in Spain that was working in television when I was little.
Yeah.
And so it's like, well, maybe even if the album makes it or not, it's a content that has to exist so other people can come and get it.
Yeah.
And create other things like better than I'm going to do, basically. Because I think the new generations are gonna make it. Like I know it's not gonna be my time, but it's gonna be their time.
Yeah.
Or maybe the next one. I don't
Yeah.
know. It depends on many things.
Yeah. But it sounds like you're making a very important album.
Yeah, I'm trying. That's why I don't want to make it without money.
What we say in London is money have to make. It will happen one day.
Yeah.
And hopefully with your album, if the money doesn't come, the message will definitely be out
Nah,
there.
the message is there, and actually, it's like I'm trying to make it like I'm not very academic in terms of let's say when talking to about racism or queerness or stuff. So I'm making like an album in which literally I'm saying I'm so fucking tired of y'all. So I'm gonna make this, and
Yeah.
you're gonna listen to it, and I'm gonna scream all the motherfucking time,
That sounds
so you
so
know
fun.
what's going on. So basically, it's like that.
I can't wait to hear that.
Yeah, and I would like it to make it like out just to say, because also like from the international perspective, many people is like, oh, so there is black people in Spain, and that happens to me like a lot of times. So it's like, well, maybe we have to do something about this and try to make connections with people in other countries. And so I'm very excited about the album and trying to make it out. Even though people maybe is not gonna understand any fucking word that I'm gonna say, the energy is gonna be there. So
Yeah.
for me, it's enough.
Wow. That's a really nice place to end the conversation. Thanks for talking to me
Thanks
today.
to you.
And I wish you all like the best in all your endeavors and your
Thank you.
album and stuff like that. It was very nice talking to you today.
Thank you. Same to you.